So, in today's video and the podcast or a stand up podcast, we're gonna learn how you can learn from your competition. What are some of the things you can already do and save a lot of time on, and how you can build stuff meaningfully. And these are some small hacks and more like a research and absorption methods. And also, it can be cross domain as well. You don't have to really go in your competition of your product or service or your startup. You can also take inspiration from other domains and other fields as well. But that's what pretty much we will talk about, and how some of the exercises which we discuss in this podcast can help you really understand the scenario, especially if you're really new in the market. And it will I hope it will help, because we have been applying this also in building Futuring Now, which is our online innovation lab. If you don't know about it, just go to www.futuringnow.com. This video or the podcast is also sponsored by Futuring Now, because it's our in-house company, and that's pretty much what we will discuss in today's episode. And before we do that, let me quickly introduce myself to you guys who are new here. Hey there, my name is Suyog, also known as the Fun Indian Guy. I'm a creative strategy innovation consultant, service designer, filmmaker, musician, podcaster, and founder of an online innovation called Futuring Now, which we talked about earlier, where we help startups, individuals, corporates, brands innovate using our one-of-a-kind hands-on innovation experiences. If you're curious, go to, again, www.futuringnow.com. I have been fortunate enough to work with amazing global big brands like SAP, Porsche, Volkswagen Group for that matter, also a lot of social innovation projects, a lot of startups across the globe, and I've been helping them or working with them or co-creating with them newer future possibilities, and it has been a really great experience. And that's where I come from. So enough about me. Let's get back to our episode. So let's just set the stage, hit the music, and let's start talking. Let's go. So, oftentimes you must have heard, whenever you start a new project, you do something called as a benchmark exercise or competitive analysis or competitor analysis. What you do is basically, if you are into certain industry and you are trying to compete in a certain market, you try to find all the other case studies in that market who are competing against you or in your particular domain. So you list down all the companies, then you can create like a matrices or let's say a graph where you can place them with a couple of extremes. I think we can do a separate video for benchmarking activity. But basically you try to get all those case studies or benchmarks or competition, put it on the graph, so you visually see what these guys are doing or how these guys are different from each other and how these guys are different from us. And this activity usually helps us understand where we should place ourselves in the market, how we should approach ourselves, how we should kind of manage our offerings to have like a competitive edge in the market. And that's a pretty much well-known activity. But in this video, as I said, we're going to learn from competition, and how we do that is basically, whenever you are new in the market, sometimes you don't know what your offering should be and how you should promote it or how you should approach it or how you should research about it, and all those things are pretty much unclear, and you have to make a lot of decisions based on assumptions in the beginning phase. And later you can test it with offering it in front of the audiences and users and seeing how they react, and then making decisions on top of that data. But how you can quickly learn by very basic examples and by exercises is basically, you should go to these competitors' websites. Hopefully you are in a market where there are websites. If not, then you can do the analysis physically by observing and noting down, and then understand what all things they are offering. Sometimes it's all about the features and offering, and we don't know exactly what should go. But when you see there are certain offerings, you understand they have taken those decisions based on their own research and their own team and the talent which is there in that company, right? So whatever they have presented on their website, not even offering, like the whole presentation, the whole approach had certain research or certain effort put into it. And that is a great way to just take that. I'm not saying just take it and rip it off in your company, but you can definitely take inspiration that, okay, this company has been in this market for 10 years and they have been doing this by this particular approach, and these are the things they offer. That means they must have tested it multiple times. That means these offerings must have been working for them, and that means we can learn from them and then decide what we can offer. Of course, you have to have something else or some other way to do it so you can grasp the audience, but the existence of the offerings or existence of the content or existence of the stuff on the website by big competitors or other competitors already gives you an idea about what they have been building. And that's a great way to take inspiration. Another way, as I said, you can go all the way cross domain. Many a times you can also follow big giant companies like Google, or let's say Spotify or Uber, even if they are not into your domain, but just follow them, see their blogs, and they have like different websites for their own projects and everything, whatever they are, wherever they're pushing the needle. Grasp things from them, understand what they're building, how they're building it, how they are working on UX UI, because even if your project is not exactly in the same domain, but UX UI still you can learn how they are approaching sales, how they are approaching marketing, because trust me, these guys have one of the best brains and minds working on projects in their facility, right? So right now, maybe we can't afford to get those talents. Right now, we can't have that kind of salary package in our startup or in our company. But definitely, if they have already done it with a brilliant team and they already put it out, what all they have done, of course, all the extreme R&D stuff will not be out, but whatever they're putting is worth exploring and worth learning from, and make then action items based on that, which matches your domain or your project. So if you see something UX UI thing done by Google or Spotify, you can already make notes, talk to your design people or talk to your team and say, okay, this is what they have been doing and we should definitely consider that. Again, don't rip it off, because they're concepts which you can easily adapt and kind of mold for your needs. So do that. But learn from them, use them as resources, and always remember, as I said, they have been paying amazing minds tons of money to come up with that. And you can easily take it and get inspired and apply it in your own context, because everything or every design or everything which is created is always a redesign. Nobody's doing something extremely original. It's always on the top of something which has been pre-existent. So that's all the message from today's video on the podcast. So competition, go through their offerings, see how they're doing the things, and understand, go with the perspective that they have teams doing it. So there must be some reason why it lies there, right? So use it or grasp it from that perspective, and it will definitely change your view of looking at competition, because then you're using competition to benefit your company or to benefit your game, and not really looking at them as a competition and just trying to do something else just so that we can have a competitive edge. So use it as a resource and build on top of it. And that's pretty much all. I hope you learned something new. I hope you had some sort of value out of this episode, and if you did, I'll be super duper happy about that. With that said, guys, keep building meaningful things, keep building amazing things. If you have any doubts, if you already applied some of the things which we talk about on this channel, just make sure you comment down below. And if you like the content which we are making, subscribe and hit the bell icon. We have been doing it for last 4 years, and we have been exploring and redefining and recreating various things, and pretty much the channels have been part of this entrepreneurial journey. If you happen to be on Instagram, there is also Daily Ish Pod Instagram page. So if you're curious, just go and subscribe or follow that profile as well. With that said, guys, I'll catch you in the next video or on the podcast. Till that time, take care, stay safe, and make sure you have fun in whatever you do. Peace. Thank you for listening.